Hello, thank you for tuning in. Uh, Today we're going to be going to Matthew 7:15 through 20. A tree and its fruits. So I'll read the scriptures and I'm going to give you my interpretation and what I think from what I read and try to help you out for you guys to understand what it's really trying to tell you. So, a tree and its fruits. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will recognize them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased trees bear bad fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you will recognize them by their fruits. Okay. I've been doing a lot of gardening for the last couple of years, and a lot of these parables come true when you actually do the things it tells you. Like this is talking about recognize them by their fruits. Grapes gather from thorn bushes or figs from thistles. No. So, like, I do have a fig tree in my yard. Fig tree's not going to produce fruit for about 2 years. So you got to feed it and feed it and feed it and put it some good soil and water, water, water. Let it grow, let it grow. And until the second year, but we had a problem. The third year, I think the fourth year, it actually started putting on figs, a lot of good figs. So by taking care of it and giving it good stuff, it's going to give you good things back. Just like we have other things in the garden, but we don't have it in the ground, we have it in pots. So we put our seeds in get them to sprout, and we transplant them. And the thing is, later on, you're going to have grass and weeds that pop up. So there you go. You have things coming up, sheep's clothing inwardly, okay? But the weeds and the grass are going to take away the water and the good stuff in that soil from your tree or your bush, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to take away from the fruit. But if you have, let's say you grow a tomato and it turns brown and dead, it's not going to grow anything. It's dead. Or if you let the inwardly ravenous wolves, which is your weeds and grasses and things that you don't want in there, they will take it over. Okay? And also, when you have a garden's not going to sit there and jump at you and go, hey, look at me, blah, blah. You're going to look at the garden and go, look at that fruit. That is awesome. Because he wants you to read the word and inside be really good fruit from the inside. Okay? You need to make sure you display your fruit to the world to tell them this is who you are. You are something that's good. You have good fruit. You've been planted in good soil and you're being fed the good word. Okay? But here it is, like every tree does not bear good fruit is cut down. You got to get rid of it. Just like if you have wheat and there's tares, you need to let those tares grow up because, they look the same until the wheat gets up there and you can start seeing a definition. Yeah, tares are bad, but there's nothing you can do because you'll actually kill wheat as well. And that's the difference between us, good fruit and bad fruit. When you have bad fruit, they are ravenous wolves. How do you spot them? Again, he tells you by their fruits. But if your fruits are bad and you don't know they're bad, you won't even see the ravenous wolf. But if you have good fruit and discernment, you'll see this a mile away. And you'll go, that's bad. I don't want nothing to deal with them. Absolutely not. And then you don't be around them. Simple as that. Again, like, but the disease bears bad fruit, because disease can be another term you could say, but the sin in that person bears bad fruit. But a sinless tree cannot bear bad fruit. I'm not saying I'm sinless, but I try not to sin, so I want to give out good fruit. So you just got to look at a garden. I think some of you might want to go to a garden or to, you know, just somewhere that has nice flowers or something, so you can look at this and ask, do weeds grow here, or grow you something, and you can figure out what this is really saying. And he's telling you good soil, good tree, good fruit. The tree's not going to run out there and hoop and holler and say, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing. They're not doing selfies. They're not posting every 5 minutes about what they did. Oh, look, the wind blew me. Look how great I am. Or look at my apples, or look at whatever my fruit is. It's not doing that. The tree, the bush, whatever, it sits right there, and you take care of it and produce really, really good fruit. That's how you have to do your life. Make sure you put inside your body good stuff. Physically, nutrients, your brain, what you put in with what your eyes read. You should be reading the word, and I know you can't sit there all day long and read, but at least it's a simple thing. It's really easy to learn. I would say, despite bad people, look where you're at. Figure out what's around you. Again, I harp on churches being 501c3. Go figure out what that is. If your church is underneath that, you need to keep researching, asking questions, and go, do I need to go here? Where am I going with this church? Or if they have women teaching in there, and in Timothy, Paul told Timothy, don't let women teach you. They're only supposed to teach. The older women need to teach the younger women how to take care of the home, take care of the kids, cook, and all these things. He tells you, but you're probably allowing your women to teach, which is not biblically. Anyway, you have to figure that out. I've said it before. You need to sit back in your church or wherever you're at, sit back and learn. And don't let and look for what they're doing. But if you don't have any discernment, you're not going to tell. But I think I'm going to run through a lot of good parables here. And just try to explain them. They're pretty easy to understand. I mean, some of them are so simple. But again, I don't think any of your pastors are going to talk about this, because some of the stuff has, another word in there for sin, but he's not going to say it. I'm going to tell you right now that disease tree is a sinful tree. But yeah, when you start doing this and you start figuring out who's good and who's bad, you need to get rid of the bad fruit. If you're good fruit, get rid of your bad fruit. Get rid of the bad fruit. You take it off. You take it off the tree, and you get rid of it. Or if the tree is dying, you get rid of the tree. That's it. So you need to figure out, are you good fruit? Do you show good fruit? Or are you hooping and hollering like a Pharisee? Going, look at me, pat my back. No, that's vanity and pride of life. That's a sin. Your fruit, you don't have to say anything. Your fruit should tell people who you are. I don't know how much to tell. I mean, I can tell you one thing. I've seen someone who wears horror shirts and then she has a cross on, and someone says, "Oh, you're a Christian." I'm thinking, not really, because Your fruit says you like horror movies, but you have a graven image around your neck, which is a commandment. I don't remember which commandment, but no graven images, right? But then you wear horror shirts. I'm going, I don't think you're a Christian. You might say you are, but I don't see it. Again, fruit. What you show to the world is what they're going to see. But you don't have to hoop and holler about it. You don't have to take selfies. You don't have to have everything with all that. It's vanity, which is a sin, and then pride of life. Y'all got to get off of that and just let your fruit talk. If they can't see it, that's their problem. As long as you know your fruit's good, your fruit is good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. But I'll continue on. Just keep an eye out. Thank you.